everyone, my name is Iasmina and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it would be kind of nice to give you guys some ideas for Christmas presents that you might buy someone who is really into books, like this person right here. So this will be a Christmas gift guide for bookish people or for book lovers. So I want to give you some general ideas of things that bookish people might like for Christmas. And most of the stuff that I'm going to show you is stuff that I already own, either because I was gifted these things or because I bought them myself and think would make a really nice Christmas present. Disclaimer, almost all of these things are Harry Potter related, but I will use them as an example of something of that category of things that you might like to buy someone that maybe you haven't thought of before. Without further ado, let's get started and show you some bookish things. I love these things so much. Okay, so I'll get the most obvious one out of the way first. That is books. Now, if you're someone like me, or if the person you're buying for is someone like me, I read a lot of books, and so I know that people do not like to buy me books because it's very difficult to buy me books because I will have already probably read it or own it, or I've heard of it and I don't really want to read it and things like that. And so yeah, books in general I know is very hard to buy for someone who is really into books. If you know that they don't read quite so much, you can definitely risk, for example, buying a new release in the genre that they really like, something that they might not have already heard of or have already read. But in general, I think a safe bet, if you really know that person, is to actually buy them a special edition of one of their favorite books. So for example, I'll start with something that isn't Harry Potter related. This is my favorite book of all time. This is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. This is a 10th anniversary edition of The Name of the Wind, so something like this would be an awesome gift. But any book that you know is really loved probably has a lot of really awesome special editions or anniversary editions, illustrated editions, things like that. So try to look around. If you know that person's favorite book or one of their favorite books, I don't think you can go wrong with that. And yeah, the Harry Potter example is the incredibly heavy but wonderful illustrated editions of the books. Only the first 3 are out. These have actually been Christmas presents for myself, from my husband. Every single year for Christmas he bought me one of these books, and so I personally think they make awesome Christmas gifts. Actually, The Goblet of Fire, which is my favorite Harry Potter book, was supposed to come out this year, but unfortunately it's been pushed back to next year because I guess Jim Kay, the illustrator, needs more time to work on it. It is a much larger book than these first 3. So sadly, I won't be getting a new one for Christmas. So if you wanted to buy the newest one for someone, then The Prisoner of Azkaban is the newest one in this edition that is released. But Harry Potter is definitely the series that has the most special editions out there. Okay, the next category of gift ideas is bookish apparel. So clothes or things like that that are inspired by books. I'm actually wearing one right now. It's a Slytherin sweatshirt, not a sweatshirt, Slytherin jumper. I don't consider myself a Slytherin, I consider myself a Gryffindor / Hufflepuff. But this was the only one that they had in Primark when I went to Berlin. And I think they're a nice color, so I picked it up. It's Harry Potter. My personal favorite bookish apparel ever is this Gryffindor scarf. Clearly, I am very confused, but this is my favorite bookish thing I own. This is a Gryffindor scarf. Let me see if I can. There you go. I've had this for, I think, 3 years now. I've worn it every single winter. It is really warm. It is awesome. I adore it. So, something like this, obviously if they're into Harry Potter, this works better. So places where you can find these things, well, GameStop I know has at least a lot of Harry Potter stuff. This is where I bought this t-shirt from, for example. But Primark has Harry Potter stuff like this jumper. Obviously if you live in a country where Primark is, I don't. I just found it when I went to Berlin. If you can't find it in any sort of local shop, then I know places like Redbubble or Society6. I will talk about them more a bit later in the video, but these are marketplaces that make a lot of different items based on designers' artwork, and so there's a lot of fandom related stuff out there. Anything from apparel to stickers to laptop sleeves to bed sheets to anything you can imagine, you can find them on these 2 sites, so I'll definitely link those below along with everything else I can in this video. So if you know that the person is really into a specific book or a specific fandom, you can definitely find really cool clothes and things, apparel and things like that online, or sometimes in shops. The next bookish thing is something I'm actually holding and drinking from right now. This is a mug. There's tons and tons of awesome mugs out there. Honestly, I think most bookish people really like to drink something like tea or coffee, and so I think a mug you can't really go wrong with. They probably don't have it already because there's so many different kinds, so I think that's a pretty good gift idea. The next thing I have is maybe something you never really thought about getting as a present. This is something I made, or not produced, but put together myself just because I thought it would be cool. But it's a print of one of their favorite quotes, or a quote from one of their favorite books. So this is a quote from Dumbledore that says, "Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light." And this cool design, sorry about the glare, I found this cool design on Etsy, and so I bought the design off Etsy and then I printed it out and put it into a frame. And honestly, I think this would make a really awesome Christmas present for someone. You don't have to know their favorite quote, but just if you know one of their favorite books, you can find a really famous quote from that book and then print it out in a nice design. You can find designs of things on Etsy or Society6, Redbubble, things like that, or just put one together yourself in Photoshop. I could definitely do this myself. I was just in a rush when I moved into this apartment, and I knew I wanted something like this, and so I just quickly bought it from Etsy. But yeah, I think something like this would be an awesome present and really appreciated. And the next category of things is sort of similar to sort of bookish apparel, and this is bookish merch. So for example, I have a pillowcase here that I got in a book subscription box, and it is upside down, but I got this in the Unicorn Crate August subscription box. But you know, you can find these things again, stuff like Society6 and Redbubble. And this is a quote from Holly Black. Also in the same category is throw blankets. I mean, it's winter time. I think a bookish blanket might be awesome for someone. I have, guess what? A really old, actually, Harry Potter. I don't know if I'll be able to show this, but it's a Harry Potter throw blanket. Yeah, it's big. And things like fandom specific merch, which again, I only really have Harry Potter stuff, but if they're into Harry Potter, why not give them a wand? This is one of the coolest gifts I think you can get for a Harry Potter fan. Honestly, this video should be called Christmas gift ideas for Harry Potter nerds, but that might be too specific. I don't know. This is Nymphadora Tonks' wand. Nymphadora is one of my favorite Harry Potter characters, and her wand is actually really, really cool. Also in a similar vein, you know, all kinds of random stuff like, for example, I have Harry Potter coins. I love games, and one of my favorite kind of games are board games, and there are tons of Harry Potter board games. And the one I want to mention right now is Trivial Pursuit. This is a set of Trivial Pursuit Harry Potter edition. And so there are questions, there are Harry Potter related questions, and yeah, I've played this with my husband a lot. We're both huge Harry Potter nerds. But yeah, Trivial Pursuit is a fun board game. I have the original Trivial Pursuit, and I also have Harry Potter edition Trivial Pursuit. But I know there are other fandoms games as well. So again, just an idea of something you might want to look into. And then since we're talking about games, I can't not mention video games. And I have 3 bookish inspired video games right here. Obviously 2 of them are Harry Potter, and all of these are Lego. So these are the Lego editions of Harry Potter and The Lord of the Rings. So these are PS3 editions of these games. I have them, actually all of them I have on my PC as well, and I've played all of them, and I really love Lego games. They're so much fun, especially the sort of fandom related ones. I adore the Harry Potter ones, and the Lord of the Rings one was awesome. I do not have the Hobbit one because I know it's unfinished, sadly, so I didn't want to buy an unfinished game, but the Lord of the Rings one is awesome, and it's the first one that actually has voices for the characters. These ones are older games, and so they don't have voices. So if you know what platform the person you're buying for plays on, if it's PS3, if it's Xbox, if it's PS4, if it's PC, if it's Wii, whatever it is, you can find stuff like this, fandom bookish related games out there. So if you know they haven't played them before, that's definitely an awesome gift. And since we're talking about Lego, let me tell you an awesome gift. Lego. I actually have a few sets, but they're all in storage in the basement. But there's awesome Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit sets out there, and this year recently Lego came out with Harry Potter Lego, which I am so excited for, and I'm really trying to restrain myself because the best one is I'll put a picture here, is the huge Hogwarts Lego. It's the Lego version of the Hogwarts, and it's huge and it's expensive and it's awesome, and I really, really want it, but I don't need it. And I don't have space to display it anyway. But I do think it would make an incredible but slightly expensive Christmas present. But there's also smaller sets as well in this edition and in the Lord of the Rings ones and the Hobbit ones as well. So, you know, different price ranges. But definitely look into Lego if you know that that person is interested in things like that. Next category is bookish jewelry, and I have quite a lot of that as well. Again, you can find stuff like this on Etsy, you can find them on eBay and Amazon, or you can find them on places like Society6 and Redbubble. For example, I have a time turner, I have Deathly Hallows necklace, and I have a golden snitch. I also have 2 Lord of the Rings inspired jewelry. This is a brush. How do you say that? It's a pin, you know, a thing. This is the necklace. And actually, speaking of pins, I'm too lazy to take these off of my backpack because it's really annoying to put them back on again. So I'm just gonna show you some pins that I have on my backpack that I wear every single day. So I have this Canon backpack, and I have a lot of pins on it from different things, but I actually have, only 2 Harry Potter related ones. For some reason I thought I had more, but anyway, yeah, I have a lot of different things on here. But I have this Don't Let the Muggles Get You Down pin, and I have this 9 3/4 pin. Oh, I think I had another one. I don't remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure I lost it. So the sad thing about these pins, especially if you carry them on your bag every single day, they get caught in things and they can easily break off. I had another PTS related pin in the middle here, and that got lost somewhere, and I'm sad. But yeah, just pins in general are super cool, and especially if you know that the person likes pins. I think fandom related pins, bookish pins are an awesome gift. I buy most of my pins off Etsy, so Etsy is an awesome place to go look for pins. Then again, some random things that could make cool gift ideas would be bookmarks. Obviously, if they're into books, they need bookmarks, and why not give them a really special bookmark? This is a set of Harry Potter houses, Hogwarts houses, set of bookmarks. I actually don't use these as bookmarks, I just keep them to display on my bookshelf. Also random things, coasters, bookish coasters would be an awesome thing as well. These are actually 3 coasters that I got from subscription boxes. This is a Harry Potter series coaster, and these 2 are from Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. So yeah, just in general, bookish related coasters would be, I think, an awesome gift. I definitely don't have enough coasters, and these are now my only really nice coasters that are not cheap IKEA coasters. So I think that would make an awesome present personally. Another thing would be tote bags. These are actually really great for when you go to the bookstore and you have to carry books. Bring a tote bag, and this is actually a Villains Are My Bag tote bag that I got again from the Illumicrate subscription box, but again, you can find so many awesome tote bags on these websites with a lot of fandom stuff, and this is really sturdy and it would hold a lot of books when you go book shopping or when you go grocery shopping, just to show off your bookish taste. I think that's an awesome gift as well. Another thing, and this is actually something I personally bought from Society6, this is a laptop sleeve. You can see here the Society6 logo, and this is just a artwork that I really liked, so I decided to buy myself a laptop sleeve because I needed one. I think these are super cool as presents, and you can find so many incredible artists on Society6 and on Redbubble who make awesome designs, and obviously bookish designs and fandom related designs. This is just a sort of random artwork that I thought was really cute. Another thing would be stationery. I love stationery. I almost am in the process of like sort of collecting stationery for the amount of stationery that I own. I just love it and I do use it, but I definitely buy more than I probably need. But for example, notebooks and planners and things like this I think are an awesome gift for a bookish person. But obviously, you know, bookish related, these are 2 Harry Potter Moleskine notebooks, so I think a notebook would make an awesome gift for someone. Also on the topic of stationery, I think stickers make awesome gifts. I adore stickers and I have way too many, but I do use them all the time in my planning and journaling. I think really special stickers and bookish stickers would make awesome gifts. These are 2 that I got in the Unicrate subscription box. These are of Legolas and Gimli from Lord of the Rings, obviously. But just things like this, I think, would make awesome presents. Another cool idea, I think, would be to buy them candles and Bookish specific candles. So these are 3 Bookish candles that I have. They're actually all, again, from subscription boxes, but you can buy these things separately, obviously, and you can buy them specifically for whichever book or fandom you want. So this is from Six of Crows, this one is from Uprooted, and this one is from Maleficent. And since I've been talking so much about book subscription boxes, genuinely, I think an awesome Christmas present or present channel would be to give them a subscription for one of these book subscription boxes, or just one off box to see if they like it. So for example, my latest one that I have and that I have an unboxing for, again, I'll link it up here in the description. This is Unicorn Crate, and this features new releases in the YA fantasy genre and a lot of bookish things alongside it. So I think this is an awesome one personally, but any book subscription box for a book lover, I think, would be awesome, because they most often than not are new releases, and so the chance of that person already owning that book is very unlikely. I think that was everything that I wanted to talk about in this video. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully something sparked an idea for you, and hopefully maybe you found a perfect gift for someone. That is my hope with this. It was definitely not a way to showcase all of the Harry Potter stuff that I have. This is not even everything. I'm not even joking. This is not everything I have Harry Potter related. I wish you some good Christmas shopping, because I know it's so incredibly stressful every time you have to buy something for someone during Christmas. Good luck with that, and I hope you find the perfect gift. Otherwise, have a really nice day, and I'll see you next Monday with a new video. Bye.